Have you ever wondered, how did anime, watched passionately by millions today, become so big? How did this art, which began in a small Japanese studio in the 1960s, turn into a culture that spread across the entire world? Let's take a closer look at the origins of anime, the first pencil strokes, and the great wave that began with a simple drawing. The birth of anime was closely tied to Japan's efforts to rebuild after the war. By the late 1950s and early 1960s, the Japanese people had begun to recover economically. It was a time when cultural production flourished and the youth turned to art and innovation. Television slowly entered homes, paving the way for a new form of entertainment. And in that era, one name stood out: Osamu Tezuka. He is often called the father of anime. He was inspired by Disney animation, but wanted to create something that carried the Japanese spirit. Despite limited resources, he created a series called Astro Boy, Tetsuwan Atom. And when it aired in 1963, it caused a storm. Nothing like it had ever been seen in Japan before. Children were glued to their screens. Streets were empty. Astro Boy's success wasn't just a cartoon success. It was the beginning of a new era. A new art form was born: anime. Astro Boy's success encouraged other creators. Small studios began to open one after another. Budgets were small, drawings limited, frame counts low. But these limitations gave anime its unique aesthetic. Fewer frames, but more expression. Unlike Hollywood animation, anime focused on emotion, storytelling, and symbolism. That difference became its first strong identity. As years passed, television became essential in Japanese homes. By the 1970s, anime had grown from a single production into an entire industry. Studios grew. Producers became bolder. New subgenres emerged: space themes, mecha, and sports anime. As audiences grew, TV channels began giving anime more airtime. For example, Mobile Suit Gundam became a milestone for the mecha genre. Anime was no longer just for children. It now appealed to teens and adults. Stories grew more complex, and characters became more human. By the 1980s, Japan was living its economic golden age. It was also the golden age of anime. Studios became more advanced. Animation quality rose. Voice acting evolved, and music became iconic. During these years, anime also began spreading outside Japan. Through VHS tapes and imported broadcasts, anime slowly reached the West. Some series even became cult classics in the US. Anime was no longer just local entertainment. It became the foundation of a global phenomenon. In the 1990s, everything accelerated. Technology changed. Digital tools became widespread. Colors became brighter. Movement smoother. This was the beginning of the digital revolution in anime. But the biggest change came in storytelling. Series like Neon Genesis Evangelion gave anime new depth, psychology, philosophy, and existential questions. Anime was no longer just entertainment. It became art that provokes thought. At the same time, Studio Ghibli captivated the world with its unique storytelling. Its films began winning international awards. Anime was now recognized as a serious art form in cinema. The 2000s opened the doors to the internet era. You no longer had to live in Japan to watch anime. Forums, fan subgroups, and websites connected fans worldwide. Anime became a shared passion across the globe. Long-running shounen series like Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach exploded in popularity. Anime characters became global icons. They appeared on school bags, t-shirts, and games everywhere. This was when anime became a true cultural product. After 2010, streaming changed everything. Platforms like Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Funimation made anime accessible everywhere. Licensed releases, high quality, Instant access. Anime entered a new era. Now, even creators from around the world take inspiration from anime. Some anime are even made with global audiences in mind. Visual effects are world-class, and storytelling reaches cinematic quality. Anime is living one of its golden ages. Today, anime is more than just a drawing style. It carries culture, philosophy, and connects generations. When the first frame was drawn, no one knew it would grow this much. But from the ink-stained desks of small studios, a road was drawn into the hearts of millions. And this journey isn't over. Each new year and generation adds new colors and spirit to anime. And you, what do you think the future of anime will be? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you want to keep exploring this journey with me, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. In the next episode, we'll turn the page to another story in history. See you in the next story.